Firstly, I'm thoroughly wetting the entire page. Then I'm adding some Quinacridone Rose and dabbing it onto the paper. This color spreads very easily and is highly dispersive, so just dabbing a few areas would be enough. I'm adding some Rose of ultramarine with a thick consistency and dabbing this color mainly in 3 areas. After that, I'm adding some smaller dabs in a few other areas. I'm loading more paint. I'm adding some Mongolo from Daniel Smith, strengthening the color here and there. Before the paper gets too dry, now I'm using a clean, damp brush to lift some areas and create a soft glowing effect. After lifting all these colors, the page becomes much drier. I'm loading more paint and adding some Imperial Purple from Daniel Smith, strengthening the color. Then I'm adding some Quinacridone Pink. I'm using about the same consistency as the Imperial Purple from earlier, so it's still quite thick. Then I'm using a clean, dry brush with no paint on it to refine some details. If you feel some areas have too much color, you can gently lift or soften them a little bit. I'm lifting some colors here to create some soft, dreamy bubbles. After each lift, make sure to rinse the brush and dry it on a clean napkin before lifting again. At this stage, the paper is mostly dry, but there is still a little bit of moisture left. Just make sure your brush is not carrying too much water, and it will help you have much more control over the details. I'm picking up some Quinacridone Pink with a fine brush and adding some small dots here and there to create more details. Then I'm loading this color again, which I'll use to create some small flowers. Try to keep the amount of water on your brush low. If you're unsure about the amount of water on the page, just start with a small area to test it out first. If you feel the flower is not standing out enough, you can deepen the color a little bit. Here, I'm using Rose of Ultramarine. Then we can use a clean, dry brush to lift some colors and soften some of these petals, making the shapes feel more natural and lively. Now I'm adding some white gouache. I'm dabbing it a little bit here and there on the flowers, but ensuring to not cover too much of the flower. I'm only using it as a small highlight. Next, I'll use the gouache to add some round dot shape here and there, in varying sizes, to create a splashing effect. You can always flick your paint directly to create this effect, but painting the dots manually gives you more control, although of course it takes longer. Finally, I'm adding the stems. The paper is pretty much totally dry by this point. I'm using a fine liner brush loaded with a thick, dark color. You can use any color you like as long as it can create a very dark value. When painting the stems, just try to skip over the light bubbles.